It's Jay with Jay Money Secrets. And who am I? I'm a wealth advocate, I'm a stock and options trader, I'm a licensed insurance agent, and I'm an investor. Let's invest. Let's talk about the first semi-passive / passive stream of income that I created. And I say created because a lot of us, we earn money and not create money. When I say earn money, we literally have to give our time an hour for a specific dollar amount. And if we're not there, we don't get paid that dollar. And luckily, some people are on salary, which is dope. I get paid no matter how many hours I be there, but normally you're working more and longer hours and you don't get paid this thing called overtime, which people that are on hourly do. So what you want to do is take the money that you are actually earning, right? That is what we call income. We want to use it as capital to do what? Invest into this thing called assets. And this is how we build wealth. And with the wealth, i.e. the accumulation of assets, it's going to pay you a residual amount, hopefully every month, to where now you can eventually supplement your income and then do what? Buy back your time to live life on your own term. So I started my journey over 10 years ago, and I was working in corporate America. And in corporate America, one thing that we're encouraged to do, which was of course go to school, get a good job, and once we get that good job, to put money away into our employer sponsored retirement programs. At that time, I had a 401k. And with that 401k, I put in at least the company's match. And that was ideal for me, right? When I understand and started doing the research on these retirement plans and also my current situation, I thought, I came up with the idea that it only made sense for me to contribute what I was getting matched by my company, which is 100% rate of return on my money. Should I put more than that in there? No, because these retirement programs ties up and locks up my money for a long time. And if I needed to access that money, more than likely I'm going to get hit with a tax penalty, or it's also going to be added to my income. But one of the key things that it wasn't ideal for me was what? I'm limited to the investment options that I can actually invest into. Normally it's going to be anywhere from about 10 to 20 different mutual funds inside of these retirement plans and potentially the company stock. There's other and greater investments outside of that. I don't like to be put in a box, especially not my money. The money that I contribute to my retirement plan, out of these 10 to 20 options, now I got to choose what mutual funds are the best. I didn't hear about it at home in my household. School didn't teach me about mutual funds, nor in any religious organizations that I attended. So what I like to do is I always went for what we call an index fund. Anything that deals or says S&P 500 normally monitors or mimics and tracks the S&P 500. Now what is that? That's the 500 largest companies in the US. If they go bad, they go out of business, I got more to worry about than just this mutual fund. But normally the S&P 500 is a benchmark for most mutual funds. Their goal, their objective is to match it or outperform the S&P 500. Side note, 90+% of them never consistently beat the S&P 500. So why should I invest in anything else? So there's a mutual fund inside of that retirement account. That's the number one thing that I will go for, which is the S&P 500 fund. And that's what I did. So what happened? That fund over time was growing because normally the S&P 500 averages a rate of return of about 8 to 10% a year. So the money that my employer, that I was contributing, putting away, 1, 2, my employer was matching, 3, all of that money was invested into the S&P 500 index mutual fund, which was earning a return for me. And over time, the money was growing. And it was growing at what? A compound interest. Albert Einstein said the eighth one of the world is compound interest. And that is what was happening. But then I started doing a little bit more research, right? We have to get unorthodox when it comes to this thing called building wealth. I wanted a stream of income that I didn't have to be there every single hour to earn $1. So what did I do? I started researching, I started Googling, I started reading, I started talking to people, trying to find out, one, what is semi-passive stream of income? I didn't know it was such a thing, but I knew I wanted that. And when I was able to identify that, then I actually found something. And guess what that was? Vending machines. I started researching, I found vending machines, and then I found someone locally that was doing very well in vending machines. And guess what? I found people that were selling vending machines. And I think the first cost of my vending machine was about $3,000. And I had to change out the vending machine every week. And some vending machines were every other week. So it was a total of about four to five vending machines that I actually purchased. But guess how I purchased that? I did the research and identified that my 401k plan through the employer that I was with allowed me to take this thing called a loan. When it comes to building wealth, what do wealthy people do? We leverage our way to wealth and not just save our way to wealth or not just earn our way to wealth. You have to leverage, and there's so many forms of leverage. I made a video about leverage. You should definitely go check that out. But when it comes to leverage, I leveraged the money that my employer put in, I put in the growth, and I was able to what? Borrow from that retirement plan. Now remember I said earlier, when you take money out of those retirement plans, it can be in or a penalty and or taxes associated when you take money out of these retirement plans. But what did I do? I found a loophole that allowed me to borrow a portion of that money out. There was a limitation. Why is that? I was only able to borrow 2 loans. One of which is called a general purpose. I can take out for anything. The other one was up for a first-time primary home purchase. And I could actually take out up to $10,000 out of that account without paying the penalty or taxes associated with that. So the 10% tax penalty when taking the money out for the up to $10,000 for the first-time home purchase. So I was able to borrow the money from the vending machines. It was probably about $5,000 to $10,000. About $10,000 I borrowed from my 401k, and I bought the vending machines. Now it gave me the opportunity, like a 5-year period, to pay that money back. So what I did is I did the calculations per pay period. I had to pay that loan back, and I'm paying it back with interest, and I was paying the interest to myself, my own 401k. And now the cash flow, I bought an asset. I took that loan, i.e. leverage from my 401k. I acquired an asset, the vending machines. The vending machines produce what? A cash flow. Now that cash flow was coming in, it was enough to what? Pay my loan back, my 401k, and put money in my pocket, and I just created a residual stream of income. Now we can get a little deep with it. And now I got passive stream of income that allowed me, now I have a side hustle, i.e. small business. Now I can create an LLC, and now a lot of things that I didn't get to write off, I could now because I have a business. And one of the main things that allows us or keeps us from building wealth is this thing called taxes. I'm gonna make a video and talk about this thing called taxes, but taxes is typically the biggest thing that erodes or hinders from us keeping or building wealth. But now as a business owner, I get to make income, pay all my expenses, and then whatever left over is what I pay taxes on. Versus it's the complete opposite as a W-2 employee, where I work and I got 3 friends that I never knew, I don't claim, called FICA, Social Security, and Medicare. All those taxes are taken out of my check, and then money is paid to me. I pay taxes on all of that amount, and then I get the money, right? So this is how we have to understand how this thing, what money is, how it works, how to make it work for us, so we can continue building this thing called wealth, so we can achieve this thing called financial independence. And that's why I created this channel, Jade Money Secrets. And that's my goal, and I'm gonna keep delivering to you guys. And I wanna hear about specific topics or things you need to hear about to help you and benefit and increase your journey on your wealth journey. I'm here to make those videos. Drop it, do me a favor, subscribe, like, and then inside this here video, drop your comments about what was your first semi-passive or passive stream of income? What ideas do you have for semi-passive or passive streams of income? I want to hear about it. And any questions you got about my journey, ask, and I'll be transparent to help you on yours. Until then, let's invest.